an alternative bill of material and alternative routing in the current session. The word alternative itself states it's an alternative for the actual, right? So under bill of material, generally what we define, bill of material is nothing but a container where we define the components required in order to build an assembly will be defined under bill of materials along with the quantity per assembly. Whereas coming to routing, we are going to define the sequential operations we are going to define all the operations along with the sequence under routing. Okay, so operations will be defined in sequential order as the under routing. Like first, what is the operation? Okay, on. So Oracle is allowing us to create a alternative bill against the standard bill. Basically, we can create a number of alternative bills against the standard bill. Before creating alternative bill, we should create a setup. We should do some setup. Okay. For example, steps to get this done is first we should have an alternative component. Okay, that has a stock on it, and we should create a alternative setup code for bill and bill of material. As is, bill has to be created. Then bill has to be created. Discrete job has to be created, and more transactions and all. Let me get to the application and try to implement the same. Now what I do is, I'll go to a bill and we going to bill screen. Okay, I'll choose a item. I'll choose an item. For example, let me take Bajaj Chatak Bajaj Chatak. Let me take this one. I have these components. This is my standard bill. Okay, and before going to do this is my standard bill. Okay, this is my standard bill. So what I do is, I have Chatak chassis, Chatak tires, electric bike motor and battery. Now I will create a alternative bill against this. I just want to copy the name of it. I'll just copy the name of the bill. Go to, I have components here. Like I have components here. I have components here. Electric bike motor battery is there. Okay, so for example, close this. We need to have a item created at the item master. Now what I do is, I created an item at the item master already with the purchased item template. Okay, and the item name is access battery. Instead of using directory battery, for example, for namesake, I am using an item called access battery. Component both the both functions same way. Battery is battery for charging purpose only we use. So first initially I define just battery. Now I am specific to the specific. So I am saying access battery. So go to bill of materials. Okay, go to bill of materials, bills, setup, alternator. Here what I need to do is, I am creating this organization. So I need to give some name. So what I do is, I'll just copy paste the name here, and what I say is Bajaj A1. I'll say Bajaj A1 here, and I'll say Bajaj A2 here. Okay, 2. Okay, just save it. This is my alternative code. Now what I have done, I have already item with me. I'll just show you the item as well. Let me show, if not people may get confused. So let me show the item which I have already. I have created an item called access battery. I have an item called access battery, and even I have stock in store. Yes, yes. Yeah, and this is the item which I have already created. So now what I do is, I have an item and I have a stock as well. I have created now alternative setup. Now I need to create a bill against the standard bill. Go to bills screen. Okay, then what you do is choose the against which organization you are creating. On selection of, you'll be able to find all the bills here. Now what I do is, I am creating a bill against the standard bill. So choose the standard bill and say new. Automatically will be able to see here, see the item sequence. It is showing as 50 because we are creating a bill against the standard bill. And now we need to choose the item. Here item is nothing but assembly, is nothing but dumb, and we need to choose which alternative against what is the alternative. Alternative version is A1, so I choose A1. Okay, we will be able to add the items one by one, components one by one. Now what I do is, instead of doing it manually, I just do copy it from my I'll just copy, I'll just say copy. See what will happen is, bill of material copied for this organization, 4 bill components copied from so and so. Do just save. It got saved. It got saved. Okay, now if you want to make changes of anything, you'll be able to make. If you want to make change of anything, you can be able to change. Now what I do is, I'm just right now I'll be creating an alternative bill. Okay, for namesake. Now what I do is, I'll just save it first, and then what I do is, we need to change the operations here. This is for assembly, even this is for assembly. I'm choosing the operation for the standard bill. And as you know, basis, we have two options, item or lot. I selected item, and if you want to make change of this, we can able to make change of this, and just save it. Saved. And now what I do is, just go to material control and check what is there. So now what I do is, just go here, now I have created a bill in such a way that whatever components I have in my standard bill, that got copied to my alternative bill A1, for example. This got created successfully. Similarly what I will do is, close it off. Similarly what I will do is, I will create one more bill. Now see here, the item sequence will be, when we are copying, it will become continue to the previous number. Now what I do is, save. Now I choose my second version. For example, I am showing. Okay, I'll choose the second version of it. Now what happened? Now I need to add the components here. For example, whatever. For example, simply. Okay. I think so. It will not be fetch, because it will check. It will check case, uppercase and lowercase. It will check. So I'll just take access battery. Instead of battery, I am creating an alternative bill with access battery, and chassis, Bajaj chassis, Chatak chassis. Okay, and I'll I'll choose Chetak. Chetak. Chetak tires. Okay, and then these are the components actually which we have taken over there. Same components I am taking. Tire, chassis, power. Then what I do is I'll take one more. For example, electric bike motor. I think I have taken there for EV. Okay, similar item I have taken. Okay, bike motor. So all the items I selected as item, and if you want to define the quantity, you can define. We require two items, right? Car. So we but each scooty will have two tires. So I just defined it. Then go to material control and check what is what. Everything is fine here. Then come back, and what you do is just save it off. Okay, it got saved. Now what we need to do is we need to create a discrete job against the bill, whatever the bill we have created. So what I do is close this, go to work in process. Okay, and create a discrete job. Okay, create a discrete job, create new, and what we need to do is what I do is I'll just say ALT Bajaj. What I do is I'll just give the name. If you don't give something, it will pass something. That is fine. ALT. Okay. Now I need to choose the assembly against which I am creating. This is the assembly against which I am creating. Uh, and these are things which we need to define. Fine. Based on bill. Fine. And I'll just give the date of it. By default, I'll just give the date of it, start date. I'll just save it off. Okay, see here nowhere we have mentioned alternative bill. Whatever it is flowing here, that's an assembly. And now what we need to do is automatically completion date has been updated here. Go to routing, and under here we need to choose. I'll just say under scrap account you store the values. Whatever the production assembly takes place, that will be stored. I'm just keeping it anyway. And go to bills. Here this is the major thing. What we need to do is we need to choose the which alternative bill against which this should take place. I am choosing Bajaj Chetak EV Premium. This is the actual. Okay, whereas I have made small change over here. So what I do is I'll choose it here. I'll choose this against Bajaj A2, where I have chosen SS battery instead of the actual battery. It's instead of a simple battery, I have chosen alternative battery, SS battery. So just say save, and under routing, in the similar way, under routing we can define the alternative routing as well. Okay, save it. Now what I do is uh, just close this. The process is same. Other than this, everything is same. The process is same. We need to create more transactions. We need to change the status of it. Let me change the status of it as released. Save. It got saved. Now what I do is status of it is saved. We can create more transactions. Bajaj. What I do is directly operations are common across all. So what I do is directly I'll go to the final operation. Directly I'll just go to my final operation. Choose an item which is of width. Okay, so I'm pushing the entire quantity from there to here. Save it. Okay, now close this. Now what you do is go back to discrete job. Basically whatever the assembly we have chosen Bajaj, go to components, all are assembled. See, nothing is issued. Supply type will see assembly pool, that means all the operations should be. So routing, yeah, so yeah, that's it. Now what we need to do is basically we need to complete all the transactions. Okay, then then we need to create issue, create all the transactions like how we have done for the other. Then here okay, rest of the transaction is common. Let me close this and come back with routing.